Are you ready to take a leap of faith under this full moon in Virgo? Come and talk to me, guys. Tell me, what leap of faith are you going to make in the coming days with the energy of this Virgo full moon behind you? So, and if you're not going to take a leap of faith, what's stopping you? Have a think. What's stopping you? Can you maybe recognize any negative thoughts, patterns, or beliefs that might be holding you back at all? So, and if you don't recognize any negative thoughts, patterns, or beliefs, then maybe, perhaps, there's some shadow work to be done there. You see, now is really the perfect time to release any of those negative thoughts, patterns, cycles, and beliefs, because the energy of the full moon, it really helps you in releasing these and allowing you the space to create new beginnings, really. I know the new moon is more about creating the new beginnings, but actually I think so is the full moon. When you release any negativity, it allows the space for new things to come in. So maybe it's like a checkpoint between the new moons. So you maybe set your intentions under the new moon and then check in with those at the full moon, release any resistances or negative thoughts around what it is that you want to achieve. Hello, my darling. So, yeah. So is there something that you want to achieve that you really feel like, oh, it's a real leap of faith to do that? And is there something that's holding you back? So, yeah, I guess what it amounts to is, are you actually getting in your own way? So you see these resistances and these cycles and patterns and things, they're all within you. So it's really interesting actually, because so Adrian's saying he can really relate to this evening's topic. Well, that's fantastic. So I really had an awesome meditation group session yesterday, and in that group session we had a new couple join us, which was lovely, introduced by Clarissa, lovely Clarissa, and the lady was due to be taking her practical driving test today, and she was really nervous. She said, I'm really afraid. She said, but in a way I don't really know why, because back home I've been driving for 25 years. It's different here, you know. I said, well, yeah, you know, and now's the perfect time to release those doubts and those fears from your mind, and to really bring yourself into your heart space and realize that you can do it. You know, you've just got to allow yourself that space to go ahead and do it, you know. And interestingly as well, so I let them choose some crystals to hold during the meditation, and one of them that she chose was malachite, which obviously is a heart-centered crystal, which I find really interesting. So you know, we said, of course, we'll, you know, send positivity and things to her today and things. So she messaged this afternoon to say that she passed her test, which is awesome. And she said, oh, thanks for sending the positive vibes. And I said, that's great, well done and congratulations and everything. But you know what? I said, it was you that did it. It's great having the positive vibes, but it was you that did it. You released those negative thoughts that you were feeling yesterday, and you allowed in that new positive energy, you know? So it's amazing what can happen when you reframe things from being in this negative headspace and into the heart space. Yeah, accept and let go and let it flow. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's fascinating. As I say, this couple were completely new to meditation, and they'd not done meditation at all before. And yeah, they took to it like ducks to water. So, you know, if you're ever thinking of, you know, trying out meditation, you've never done meditation before, give it a go, because I think it's one of the best things that anyone could ever do. You know, even if it's just listening to some guided meditations on YouTube or Insight Timer, absolutely everyone can meditate. You know, I said to them, I said, look, you don't need to do anything. What we want you to do is just relax, de-stress, lie down, chill out. If you fall asleep and you make sleeping noises, it's not a problem. You know what? It's great. And actually, one of the gentlemen did fall asleep, and he was so relaxed he fell asleep, and you know, that was clearly what he needed to do. You know, because in meditation we receive what it is that we need, whether that's de-stress or extra sleep or, you know, extra energy. So yeah, it was really good. And you know, obviously it's great to be able to share positivity and positive vibes with people, but you know, what we as energy workers love to see is people empowering themselves, you know, because it's just amazing, you know, when you see the transformation from someone who maybe hasn't done meditation before or hasn't a clue about energy work or anything like that, and you know, you sort of take them through a process and you hold their hand and things, and I guess it's a bit like when you help a child to ride a bike, you know, you're there for them, and then sort of they need you less and less as they get more confident in their own practice, in their own abilities, you know. So and it's just the same in energy work, where, you know, we're like the stabilizers, or we're like the perhaps like the parent, maybe, being there for the people that we work with, and until they're at a stage where they can go off on their own empowered personal journey. So it's lovely to see that as well. So yeah, a guide, yeah, we give them guidance, and yeah, it's really good to see them sort of move through the different stages, which it's really awesome. So I wonder if for people who are on a replay, maybe we can look at identifying an emotion, a stuck emotion, because emotions are energy in motion, and when these emotions are stuck, it blocks our flow and the way that we can move and get on with daily life, you know. And I think a lot of the time actually we don't recognize what that is, and I think we all should do shadow work, not just once but continually, to recognize any negative blocks within ourselves, and to release those and allow in more positivity, more love, and all the higher vibrational emotions. So what is it that maybe is holding you back right now? So I'm just shuffling here with some emotion cards, and I'm just going to choose one. What emotion might be holding us back? Denial. Denial has come up again. Yeah, so identifying blockages and resistances can be a tricky thing, especially if you're not self-aware of your negative emotions. Absolutely, yep. So that's what Adrian's saying. And sometimes what we think, I wonder if one of those people is that popped in. Yes, actually, Gail is here, I think. I see her picture. Oh yeah, Gail is here. So interestingly, so denial has just come up, and this is what came up. Denial. Obviously, you cannot see it forward, it's backwards, but this is what came up just now when I when I chose an emotion to think of. Hi, Gail. So I wonder if this is maybe related to your energy, Gail, because I think I literally pulled it as you came into the live. I'm not picking on you, I promise, but it did come up for you on Sunday, so that's really interesting. But sometimes, so what I was saying is sometimes we experience something that we think we know what the blockage is, but actually it's something else entirely. So I was working with a client last Friday, and you know, her thought was, I think my block is fear. I said, okay, great, let's see what comes up with the cards. And so she chose a card, and what came up was related to fear, definitely related to fear, but it was rejection. Rejection came up for her, and that again is about the fear of losing control, and the ego, you know, the ego self is feeling like it's rejected, but actually no one can be rejected because, you know, we are all one, essentially. So denial's an interesting one. Rejection is an interesting one as well, yeah. I mean, that came up also in a planning meeting, didn't it, darling? More about that later. But denial, so denial is the ostrich, its head firmly in the sand. But staying in denial lets things get out of hand. Nothing is as bad as at first it seems to be. It's just the way you're looking that shows you what you see. You must rethink your view in order seeds of change to sow, with forgiveness as the key that allows energy to flow. So I wonder how many people on the replay can feel something like that within themselves. Do you feel that that resonates with you? Do you feel that something that might be holding you back from taking that leap of faith? What else might you need to release, or not need? Sorry, what else might you want to release under this full moon? I mean, you know, we've got this beautiful full moon energy under Virgo. I believe there is a lot of change happening under this full moon. Perhaps that could be in your career or your personal life, romantic life. I think there's a lot of change happening under this full moon. So what we want to do is release any of the negative cycles or patterns that Adrian was talking about last week. Release any negative thoughts and beliefs, and allow space and accept that we deserve what it is that we want. And obviously let it go as well, because we know that letting it go allows it to flow in even better, right? So yeah, I mean, the other thing which kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying earlier about it's all within us, I think. So Adrian said another way of looking at it might be, what things are you using as reasons or barriers for not doing something or progressing forward? Absolutely. Now, it's interesting you should say that, Adrian, because I'm gonna maybe use you as a slight example in a roundabout way. So, Adrian and I were talking as we tend to do, and he mentioned something, and again, it sort of clicked with what I was thinking of talking about tonight. And that was, when we learn to drive, what we're told to do is to commit. We're told to commit to what we're doing. So when you decide to do something, you've got to commit and go through with it fully. Yeah? When you have that gut instinct to do something, it's important that you listen and you follow through with it, because otherwise it's likely that not only will you end up potentially putting yourself at risk, but also potentially those around you. Now, having said that, obviously what I'm also saying is that all of these things are within our own power. It's all within us. Whilst there is the potential that what we do can have a knock-on effect or an impact on other people and vice versa, it is actually within us to release any and all of that. And yes, trust the process and trust your own power. So, it's about following your gut and taking that leap of faith so that you don't get in your own way, I mean, a lot of the time when we want to go with our gut instinct, what holds us back are the thoughts in our head. And actually, the absolute heaviest burdens that we can carry are the thoughts in our head. So what I was saying to the guys last night is, what you want to do is take those thoughts from your head, from your mind, and bring them down into your heart space. Transform that messy, fearful headspace into a loving, thoughtful, heart-centered approach, and you'll never go wrong, right? And likewise, and very close to the heart center, is your gut, your solar plexus, your gut instinct that allows you to take action and move forward. So, those are two very key places to take action from, is your heart and your gut and your solar plexus. So trusting your instincts. So Gail, you're saying, I trust myself to trust my guide from the universe that we all have. Yeah, absolutely. I think we do all have guides, and whether you call them angels or if they're a higher being or if it's just, I don't know, God or the universe, someone or something beside us guiding us along, it's, for sure. But you have it within you. I believe this. You have it within you. The things that you seek the most are within yourself, because our physical reality is actually just a mirror image. It's interesting actually, because when we say that we maybe sit in judgment of other people, those judgments that we make of other people tend to be a reflection of things that we need to work on within ourselves. And that's an interesting one, I have to say. I think it certainly helps to give you a different perspective, I think Adrian won't like this, but I think it's in the Bible, but I remember from an early age being told about, if you point one finger, you've got three pointing back at yourself, So when you point a finger at someone and accuse them of something, you actually are pointing that back at yourself as that is something that you need to work on. So, as I say, it's something, I don't know if it's a biblical thing or if it was just a, like, my mom kind of thing. I don't know. Has anyone else ever come across that? Anyway, it's really, really interesting, that perspective of basically that what you see in the world is a reflection of the self, and basically we are all one. So definitely what you see in others is yourself, because we are all the same, we're all connected. So Adrian says it's actually quite true in principle, and he likes that analogy. Okay, yeah. And Gail said that's a clever way to think of it. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. As I say, I think it was something my mom used to always say. Or what was the other thing of when you're looking for a speck of sawdust in the other person's eye, watch out for the plank in your own, or something like that. I can't remember, but I'm sure it must be sort of biblical related or something, because my mum was always quoting Bible verses and things. But as you know, I think it's something that sticks with you through time. I'll look it up and I'll see what it was. When you're looking for a speck of something in someone else's eye, watch out for what's like actually in yours, because when you're inspecting what someone else is doing, it's actually more to do with yourself. So it's the same sort of thing with the pointing one finger and having three pointing back at yourself. So yeah, so what does everyone have as some, or does everyone have a leap of faith to take under this full moon? And are you releasing anything tonight under the full moon? Are you doing any full moon rituals? Are you checking in on your intentions set from the new moon? What are you doing under this full moon, and how are you feeling? Yeah, full moon and new moon can affect people in different ways. So it's always of interest to me to understand how other people are feeling as well. I have been really tired, really tired, not sleeping particularly well, and not for any particular reason, just not sleeping very well or not very deeply. So I'm quite tired. Yeah, you're all here checking in with me. But what are you going to do in terms of your full moon ritual? Are you doing anything tonight? I know I've got a lot of crystals that need to bathe under the full moon, because they've been so busy this month. They've been so busy this month. I've had I've had group Reiki sessions, I've had individual Reiki sessions, I've had meditation groups as well, and obviously my own personal use of them, as well as using them on these lives as well. So they've had a very busy month, so they really need to bathe under the full moon tonight. Yeah, Gail, you feeling relaxed and calm? That's good. That's awesome. That's really good. Do you have any kind of a full moon ritual, or is that not something that you do? So for me, a full moon ritual could be anything from having a salt bath to releasing and refilling my pots of salt which sit by the doors. That could be also, you meditate, yeah? Awesome. I have to ask, because obviously you've had you've signed up to the newsletter, yeah? And so I'm wondering, did you take advantage of last month's, I think it was last month or the month before, a special offer of money off the meditations on our website? Because in there's a full moon meditation. And yes, putting your crystals out under the full moon light is a fantastic thing to do, particularly when you've been using them. You know, it allows them to be cleansed and recharged. So yeah, I'll have a windowsill full of crystals recharging and cleansing under the full moon tonight, that's for sure. So yeah, I haven't even had a slurp of my tea yet this evening. So Adrian, what will you be doing? I'm going to pick on you now. What will you be doing as your full moon ritual? Or have you done anything yet today? Because the full moon was actually at its peak at 12:40 UK time. So yeah, it's middle of the day. You're going to put your crystals out? All of them? Or just your personal collection? Well, you probably don't need to put all of them out because not all of them have been used. Just your personal collection, I'd imagine. And a little bit of energy work before bed to help with your sleep. Awesome. Nice one. So, yeah. Gail, would you like to have a thought of, you know, what you might wish to release under the full moon if you don't have something in mind? Maybe you don't want to share because this is obviously a public forum, but I'll happily help you choose an emotion if you like, to then work on releasing that under the full moon. Oh, actually, I think also our current newsletter offer was money off, or no, it was free meditations, the mirrors, part 1 and 2. So I wonder what our next offer will be. You still have time actually to sign up to our newsletter for this month's offers. And so we are still compiling that for you. Okay, so Gail, just close your eyes and focus on your breath. Center yourself. And allow a number from 1 to 12 to come to mind. And let me know when you do. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. I would like to ask you, Gail, if you would have a guess at what it might be. Can you possibly guess? Or Adrian, could you guess? Oh, Gail, oh, Gail. Yeah, it's denial again. So that's interesting. So that's something clearly that has to be released from your energy, my love. Is your head in the sand? Gosh, I don't know. But nothing is as bad as at first it seems to be. It's just the way that you're looking at it that shows you what you see. So just rethink your view. In order seeds of change to sow, with forgiveness as the key that allows energy to flow. So Gail, this is interesting. This is really interesting. So Yeah, what's going on? You feel good. Okay, that's really good. So it's good that you feel good. And sometimes, even when we feel good, we have things that we work on, you know. It can be a daily practice that we work on these things and we release the things that come up. So this is a perfect example of shadow work. This is something that you don't recognize that is within your energy, that's stuck within your energy. You're going along and thinking, I'm perfectly fine, I'm perfectly happy, there's nothing wrong. And actually, denial is solidly stuck in your energy. It might not be Gail's energy. Okay, what are you saying? You think it's my energy or your energy? It has come up for Gail on the weekend. It could also be related to someone that she knows or is connected to. That's right, actually. But in releasing that from within herself, she can help. Blame Adrian. Yeah. Yeah, it could be a connection cord. Yeah, it could be. But you know what? What I would do anyway, as I say, is do a little bit of shadow work and just release it. Allow yourself to release it. And yeah. Now, when I say release it, you can do something like you can write down your thoughts about denial, what that means, how it might manifest in your life, or anyone you think that it's related to potentially. So it's working on the things that you don't necessarily recognize, that it's sitting within the subconscious or within your energy. As Adrian said, that could be someone else's energy connection as well. So yeah, so it's about the things that you don't necessarily recognize that you have to work on, but that's what we're here to help you with. So the shadow work is you know, if something's in the shadow, it's not clear, it's not in broad daylight, it's the things that come from our subconscious, from our energy, that maybe we don't recognize it on a conscious level, but it's still something that we can work on and release. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So it could be coming through you from someone else. Yeah. And it's still helpful to be able to release that, because when you release that emotion or the thought of denial, you can release those cords to the person who's in denial. So this is interesting actually, because in one of my Reiki groups previously, there was a Reiki master, and she kept having an emotion come up, and she just could not put her finger on it. Though she was like, I'm sure, you know, and she'd done all the work on it herself, and it kept coming up and kept coming up and kept coming up, and she just couldn't understand. And then she was like, do you know what? I think this is my husband. I think it's my husband's energy, because of course, when we're close to people, we do have a very close energetic connection with them as well. So so then she released the energy of that emotion around her husband and her connection with her husband. So and that helped her move on from that. So yeah, it's really interesting. If you hear squawking and things, it's because I have children still awake in the house, and they clearly haven't listened to the fact that I'm on a live. So yeah. Stepping into the energy of someone else is quite liberating. Well, okay, so that's interesting. So you can write down your thoughts around that, and you can I mean, Adrian will like this. You could set this on fire, but I have to say be careful with the fire. Make sure that you've got a bucket of water nearby. But basically, you can release it and allow it to go back to spirit. So write down your thoughts and feelings around the denial, to do with your friend and any energy connections that it would have within you, and release it that way. Or you can feel into yourself and ask yourself. So you could, so let's maybe do a little practical, similar to last week with Adrian. So just allow yourself to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Connect with your breath. And as you connect with your breath, just find out where this emotion might be within your energy. If you feel maybe an ache or a pain somewhere in your body, that could be a sign that it's there. But just allow yourself to feel into your body and ask yourself, where in my energy is this emotion of denial being held? So it might be from a friend of yours, but you could still be feeling it within your energy because it can affect your energy. So, as I say, if you can just breathe and feel into this emotion, where it might be within your energy, within your body, where this connection, is this a connection from your friend or from yourself? Where do you feel it? Where does it need to be released from within your energy? In your stomach. Okay. So are we talking solar plexus, so higher, like stomach, just below the ribs and your throat? Okay. So then let's have another close. Keep your eyes closed if you can, and just allow yourself to feel how it feels. Is it a particular shape, size, or is there any color associated to it? Are there any colors coming to mind? When you recognize this emotion of denial in your stomach and in your throat, what does that feel like? What does it look like? Can you visualize that? Is there a color associated? So I wonder, because obviously you've got to kind of come in and out with this, but let's just go with it. So whatever you feel or you see in terms of colors or shapes and things, just allow it to sort of present itself to you. And then I want you to release that feeling or that color that's associated with denial. Release it. Let it go from your body. Allow the color to flow out. Allow the shape or the object to be released from your energy. So the pale green, small, marble-sized object in your throat, Allow the pale green small marble-sized object to be released from your energy. Release it in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I'm ready to release this green, small, marble-sized object from my throat. I release it in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I release this pale green, small marble-sized object in my throat. I release this from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I release any sources of denial from my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I release any and all forms of denial from within my energy or connected to my energy. I release this in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. One more time. I release any and all sources of denial connected with my energy. I release it in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. Nice big, deep breath in and out. And now I want you to allow in. I allow myself to stand fully in my own energy. I allow this in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I allow myself to stand fully in my own energy. In acceptance and love. I allow this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. I allow myself to stand fully in my own power and in my own energy, and embracing acceptance and love into my life. I allow this in all forms, on all levels, and at all points in time. So I wonder how that feels for you now. If you feel into your energy, is it all gone? How do you feel? Got someone else here with us. It's the same person that was here the other day with the sunset. Your throat is clear. Awesome. It's good to get a little bit of energy work in. So I'm obviously utilizing various energy forms here, which I don't always use in my own practice, but I've used over the years, and Adrian does use as well, and it's really useful. It's really helpful, because kind of energy work. And I love doing check-in with standing in my own energy and in my own power, because as you can imagine, with children and so many things going on, quite often, I have other energy connections and things, so it's nice to get rid of them as well. So hopefully, Gail, if that denial was someone else's energy, you've now cleared it too. So yeah, okay, so I said I was going to do a quick one tonight. Well, I'm guessing it's not that quick. No. So self-check-in is an essential part of the self-regulation process. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important to continue to work on the self, and that's why when you do any kind of courses to work as a practitioner in energy work, it's imperative that you work on the self first, and then only then. It could be that you're empathic, or it could be just that you're close to the person. It could be any number of things, really. I mean, quite often, Adrian and I pick up on each other's energy, and we live very far away from each other. But obviously, we're connected in a certain way. But it doesn't always have to be like that. You can, bump into people in the street, and it's like when I guess you can have an energy connection with anyone that you come into contact with, because their energy can impact you as well. Maybe you try not to let it, but when people are aggressive on the road, sometimes you can be aggressive back, or if people let you go, when you're driving, then you're more likely to let other people go. It's just part of human nature, I think, to have these kind of energy connections. And it's particularly, I think, if you're empathic, you can certainly be more, I can't think of the word, well, I guess more prone to holding other people's energies as well. So maybe Adrian's got a better answer for that than me. Yeah, you can be more open. Yeah, I guess, because you sort of no, that wasn't a word. Anyway. Anyway, what I'm wanting to do, unless Adrian, do you want me to pull an emotion card for you, darling? Do you want an emotion card? You did, yeah. Don't worry. Do or do not. There is no try. So go for it. Okay, babe. Right, I'm gonna mix denial up in there again. So just close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Center yourself. And allow a number from 1 to 12 to come to mind. And let me know when you've got it. Come on. Oh, 3 and 5. Okay. Just being a bit greedy now, aren't you, love? Oh, I snorted. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Do you have a thought or a feeling of anything that might come through? Do you have any thoughts of something that might be held as a resistance in your energy before I reveal what they are? Is there anything you're working on at the minute, maybe? Guilt, okay. That's not one that's come up, but anger has come up. Yes, anger has come up. That's interesting. Okay, so 1 out of 2 you've got right, anger. And another one, it's really interesting actually. So the other one is intuition. Your other one is intuition. And I think so. Okay, let me just allow yourself to listen to the rhymes and see if anything resonates with you. So anger, that really makes me angry. It simply isn't fair. Are those words familiar? Then there's anger in the air. Anger is destructive to all those it affects, either to the self or those whose actions it reflects. Step back from the drama, breathe long and slow and deep. Exhale your hasty words, it's not an easy feat. Yet if this you can master and not let it take control, it's better for your body and also for your soul. So, does that resonate with you at all? And the second one is intuition. So again, just close your eyes, relax, and listen. Our inner voice is soft and calm, yet wise and crystal clear. But life and drama create noise, which make it hard to hear. The pain of blocked emotions you collect along life's way. Block this gentle voice that seeks to guide you through your day. The pathways in your brain reflect the thoughts you think. Expressing blocked emotions can recreate the link to that inner knowledge of your wise and loving soul, so your higher self can guide you in your earthly role. Any thoughts on that one? Anything resonate? Yeah, yeah. I guess that's, it's that intuition, that going with your gut, the instinct aspect. You were second guessing yourself, weren't you? So, yeah. Okay. So, do you want me to talk you through these things, or maybe you're happy to work on it yourself, darling? You think there are still some stuck blockages and resistances from the past that need resolving? There often are, I think that's why it's important to continue to do your self-practice, even if not every day. Once you have an emotion to work on, maybe work on it, for a week at a time. Focus on that when you are meditating, or, when you're doing your journaling and things. Try, not try, but so, allow yourself to write down all your thoughts and feelings around anger, and why you feel that anger, or with intuition, why you're not listening to your instincts or your intuition. And again, these are things that you can release, under the full moon. So go and write down some stuff and go set it on fire. I know you're dying to set some stuff on fire. I know you're like, fire, baby. Still a lot of anger, and that's resurfacing now, I can imagine, because you've got a little bit of a interesting situation now, I think. But yeah, I'm not gonna go on to that. But yeah, still a lot of anger from then. Okay, so do you want to work through it here, or do you want to work on that in maybe your full moon, and maybe stick with these through the next week, releasing your anger and embracing your intuition and listening to your instincts? I'm happy to do a little bit of energy work now if you want. Just let me know. You're going to work on it through the week. Awesome. That's good. That's really good. So what I'd like to do for each of you as well is, and actually what I'll do it in the order that I did it. I'll do it for the general reading, general people on replay, anyone this might relate to. So denial was the emotion to be released. Maybe those of you that are listening on a replay would like to experiment with releasing denial, either under the full moon or working on it through the next week. And let's see, the mantra for the week ahead. I wonder if this is for Laurie. because this has come up again. I live with integrity and speak my truth. I live with integrity and speak my truth. So that's the throat chakra. So this is for the first emotion I pulled, which was denial, which I did for anyone watching on replay. So I'm going to put this back in and shuffle it again. And now, Gail, I say I put that back in. I think I put it back in the wrong way. What have I done? These cards have like flipped on me. Okay. Well, let's allow you to choose your own mantras. So, Gail, if you want to close your eyes and center yourself, focus on your breathing, and allow a number from 1 to 23 to come to mind, and let me know when you've got a number. You guys and your sevens. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you know though, the funny thing is when I see sevens, when I'm out on the road and stuff, it's not just any seven, but sometimes I'm driving along and I'm thinking about a particular topic, or something's come up in my mind and I'm like, oh, I'm unsure, or, something. And I'll see 3 sevens on a number plate or something like that, and I'm like, Adrian's clearly here with me. He's holding my hand because his favourite number is 7. So, okay, Gail. Interesting, Adrian, that you picked up on obviously the throat. So the throat, and Gail, you had this with your throats as well. I say Adrian picked up on it. He said that that card could have been for both of you, and it was the throat chakra. This is also a throat chakra card. I'm open, clear, and honest in my communication. I have a funny feeling that you might have had this on Sunday as well, Gail. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't watched it back. So, Gail, I am open, clear, and honest in my communication. So that's your mantra to take with you into the week. Now, darling, if you'd like to close your eyes and center yourself. And just focus on your breathing and allow a number to come into mind. You had calm and peace. Yeah, I am calm, I am peaceful. That's right. That was root chakra. Yeah. What's the other one then? Oh, yeah, we've definitely had that one recently. Anyway, okay, if you got a number or 2 numbers come to mind, darling? 17. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ha! I've got to stop laughing. I don't know why I find this really funny, but no, it's about forgiveness. It's ho'oponopono. So I wonder, I think that's maybe to help you with those for sure. The anger. Ho'oponopono. It's time to do some ho'oponopono, darling. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Yeah. Some ho'oponopono towards the anger around the situation at the flat, perhaps, or anything else that is has caused you upset and made you angry. I think that's really, really good for, that's a good thing to work on. So yeah, I love a good bit of ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Yay. I do love a bit of that. Yeah, it is a great mantra to work with. Yeah. And I sent you one of them that I really liked because I've previously sent you one that I really liked, I think, because it's like doing it as a dialogue between you and the other person, and you take turns, and it can be a little bit gritty to begin with. I think I said this to you. It could be a little bit gritty to begin with because there is that resistance, and but the more you do it, the more you release and you allow that forgiveness to come in, really, and that allows you to then obviously move on. So yeah, right, so yeah, as you said, darling, time did indeed fly tonight. I was well, obviously feeling a bit tired and things with the full moon, but it's been a fantastic evening. It's been a fantastic time here with you guys, and anyone on replay, I hope some of it has resonated with you, let us know. As I said earlier, it's still possible for you guys to sign up for our newsletter this month to get some nice discounts and special offers, as well as exciting news about what we're doing, what's coming up, the astrology for the next month, and of course crystals and things, just lots of fun things in there. So if you head on over to synergyholistichealing.co.uk, babe, do you want to drop a link? And you can sign up to our newsletter. Yeah, so anyone on replay, don't be shy. We absolutely would love to hear your thoughts and comments. And yeah, I'm feeling so much energy at the minute. So yeah, it's been great again to be here on the Jay, Adrian and Gail show. Yeah, Gail. So that's great. It's been fantastic. So yeah, so guys, as I say, you've still got time to sign up to our newsletter and yeah, receive some fun free things and discounts as well. So where is everyone on a Tuesday night at 7:30? I don't know. Putting children to bed, or I don't know, eating their dinner, or I don't know. They will be here in spirit, and I'm sure there will be more people on catch up on replays. So yeah, it's been awesome. If you guys want to work with either of us also, yep, upcoming workshops and day retreat. Okay, I'm being told to tell you about this. Okay. We are in the process of putting together some workshops that will be pretty exclusive. We are going to be creating a group and working with the people in the group on some workshops, doing a little bit of what we were doing earlier in terms of the energy work, plus basically a bit of the stuff that we've done tonight, but just in a more intimate setting. So doing energy work and sharing and collaborating together. You can tell he's the brains behind this show, can't you, Gail? So yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, watch this space for workshops. And we have an absolutely amazing day retreat coming up too. So I've just confirmed with the lovely Clarissa yesterday when I was there at her studio that Clarissa will be in attendance, and we will be coming up with, or she will, maybe with mine and Karen and Adrian's help, be coming up with a unique blend for our day retreat in August. And that retreat is going to be amazing. We do love him, of course we do. He's awesome. He's so awesome. He does so many things for so many people, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, for sure. So the day retreat will include energy work, yoga, Reiki, meditation, aromatherapy, lunch, and not to forget, crystals. I haven't got my crystals out at all tonight. Aren't you proud of me, Gail? I did something that was not related to crystals at all. So there we have the mention of the crystals. Well, I did mention crystals a little bit earlier, but yeah, not a lot. So it's going to be a fabulous day. We'll give you all plenty of warning. There will be probably about 12 spaces. I think we've got about 12 spaces. So it'll be on a first come, first served basis. And yeah, it's going to be a fabulous day. Really, really looking forward to it. There's lots of planning to go into it, but it's going to be fabulous. I know it is. So we'll be releasing more information on that. Of course, our newsletter subscribers will be the first people to see anything in writing about that, I believe. So do sign up to our newsletter for that and more. So yeah, I'm going to go now. And you're shocked that I didn't talk much about crystals. Well, would you like to see a crystal before we go? Would you like me to pull a crystal out of my bag before we go, Gail? Are you missing my crystals? Yes, okay. Adrian's said yes. Oh, and Gail said yes. Okay. Do you want me to pull a crystal out for each of you, maybe? Let's see. Oh, what's this? Oh, Gail, this one's for you. This is Angelite. So this is Angelite, which is for the throat chakra. And helps connect us with higher beings as well. So that's very intuitive. It certainly works very well with what's come up for you tonight, Gail, with the throat. And obviously you said there was a small sort of marble-sized lump in your throat. Well, this is obviously blue and you're not going to swallow it, but Angelite is really good for self-expression and also communication with the higher beings. Perfect. And yeah, what we got for you? Oh, beautiful, beautiful carnelian. So carnelian is absolutely beautiful. I love carnelian. So carnelian, interesting. So my thoughts on carnelian. Carnelian is obviously related. Were you thinking about carnelian, were you? It's related to the sacral chakra. So self-worth and self-esteem and sexual drive actually as well. He's going to tell me off about that. It's yeah, it's really an awesome stone or crystal to work with your sacral chakra. So self-worth and self-esteem, and yes, sexual healing as well. We do like a little bit of sexual healing for sure. But yeah, carnelian is awesome. One of the guys at my meditation group chose carnelian last night as well, interestingly. So yeah, I do really like both Angelite and carnelian as well. Shall we choose one for the general public on replay as well, maybe? Ooh. Lepidolite. So you can't, I don't know, it sort of bounces off the light. So this is a kind of purpley one. It's one for the third eye, and again, it's a stone of communication, but from the higher realms, really. It's a connection with the higher realms. So yeah. I'm quite new to lepidolite, so I need to look into a little bit more. I do like it as well, but I absolutely love carnelian and angelite. I mean, yes, okay, yeah, I love them all, but there are some that I do love more than others. and that I've worked with longer than others. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, yours was the best. Yeah, I do love a bit of angelite. I really do. It's awesome. And yes, of course, you can order your own crystal collections from our online shop. So where are we now? So we've got, I think we've got December, January, February, and March collections on there. So we are building them each month as we go. We are about to release our April ones initially to the newsletter subscribers and then to the rest of you. So watch out for that as well. So yeah, I think that's about it. So I've rambled on, even though I've sort of tried to leave a couple of times and I've ended up pulling myself back in. So I hope you guys don't forget don't worry if I forget anything. Adrian will remind me. Well, there's a change for the books. Anyway, I'm just joking. So it's been lovely, and I'm gonna go because I have some children to put to bed and also get ready for bed myself because it's getting late and I'm ready to do some full moon rituals and get ready for bed. So enjoy your full moon rituals. Maybe that's where everyone is tonight, doing full moon rituals and having a nice soak in the bath, lighting some candles, putting the crystals out and releasing all the stresses and strains and so on. So yeah, take care, have a great week, love and light. See you next week on Adrian's live. Love and light. Night night.